Right, good morning, everyone. And I have here with me a special guest, one of our dear parent in our Dr. Junior summer camp. We have Kun Prim. Howdy, Kap Kun
สวัสดี
Prim.
ค่ะ
Welcome to Learn and Play.
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, I'm fine today. After having Eri here, I think she's very happy
Oh,
every
I'm glad.
day. Yeah. But at first, like every morning, she's gonna be like crying. But at the end of
Yes.
the day, she's gonna be like showing her projects.
Exactly.
Yeah, like yesterday there was like a skeleton project.
Oh,
Yeah, remember?
yes, Mommy.
Yeah, like cotton bud. They
Yes.
use cotton bud and they arrange it as a skeletal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's really good because Ari is an early year student, so we
Yeah.
normally have them do some sensory activities and also let them be creative. So in our activity like skeleton building,
Yeah.
we don't just use any like already made material, but some household materials that we could actually use as well in the form of art, and
Yeah.
that's through the skeleton. Okay. So on behalf of the management, actually, we really appreciate your time for coming and visiting to us in our camp for today. So thank you for that one. So I have just a couple of questions, Mommy, that
Uh-huh.
maybe you could help us as well and to all the mothers out there and daddies. Okay, I have my first question, Mommy. So could you please tell us how did you know about Learn and Play at Dr. Junior Summer Camp?
Well, initially I was scrolling on my Facebook and there was like a sponsored Dr. Junior Camp, and that really interests me because actually I run a hospital, private hospital, and I'm a second generation from my family,
That's great.
and Ari's gonna be the third generation. So
Exactly.
basically, I want Ari to be like used to
Yeah.
hospital, medical doctors, nurse, or anything about medical equipments because actually it's our main business,
True.
and that is one thing I want her to be a doctor.
Yeah.
But actually, it's kind of like my want. It's not like my desire. It's not
Yes.
what she really. I don't know what she's gonna like when she grew up
Yes.
because maybe she wanna be like a musician or maybe a doctor or maybe
That's
like
possible.
other occupation. But we can build
Yes.
what we want her to be.
Okay.
We can set up like a good environment for her. So I think it's very good for her to start from 3 years old. It's better to start like when she's young than like when
Yes.
she's older already.
That's true.
If I want her to be an artist, I need to create an environment for her to like draw and do those kind of stuff. But for me, she go to a dancing class.
Wow.
She come to like this Dr. Junior camp.
Wow.
She go for dancing artist class and singing class as well. I let her choose like what she really liked, and I observe whether she enjoy which kind of activity, and probably that activity interests her most, and maybe it's gonna be her pathway for her future in her occupation future or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah, I always my aim is to support my daughter in whatever she dream to be.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I actually really agree with you, Mommy, because
Yeah.
like as a teacher myself, that's what we call building her foundation.
Yeah.
So if you slowly by expose her to some subject in the academics like medical science, in the future she will really appreciate that one and develop, and hopefully she could also be in the medical business like what you have been doing.
Yeah, we need to create like a strong foundation for her first.
Yes.
And it's actually up to her in the future. We can't say like, okay, go right, and she has to go right, or go left and she has to go left.
That's true.
Basically, like creating a strong foundation for all types of subjects,
Yes.
and let her choose in the future will be the best thing.
That's good. Thank you. All right. Well said, Mommy. Thank you for the information. My question number 2, Mommy, is like, would you recommend our camp to other parents? If yes, so could you please help us invite other parents out there who are looking for a camp that would suit their early years children or even primary years students?
Obviously, I will recommend this Dr. Junior camp to other students because I think science is the mainstream to other subjects.
I agree.
Because if you're excellent in science, like basic science or like science, foundation is very strong, you can go to like art, you can go to other subjects easily.
True.
I think it's kind of like basic logical thinking
Yes.
for students, that all students are actually a necessity
Yes.
to have. So I think starting from a young age, like Eri, like 3 years old, or even like 2.5,
Yes.
would be the best age
That's
to
true.
build her foundation, to build her brain to think logically.
That's true.
Yeah.
I really agree with you, mommy, because in the latest child development, if we train them as early as like 3 years old,
Possible,
or
right?
yes, they will have a real appreciation about biological science and the things that matters in their environment. And also that also enhances their cognitive skills to develop more awareness about the reason about why these things exist and why we need to care about our environment and especially save Mother Earth. That's a good initiative for you as a mother.
And actually, the best thing here is you have both indoor and outdoor activities.
That's right.
So the student don't have a fixed mindset that they have to be only indoor.
True.
They have like growth mindset. So actually, every kid should have a growth mindset. They should be like not in like only a square, like like only fixed idea. They should
Yes.
be like, oh, there's like trees, there's activities outside, there's sunlight. Oh, they can create this by themselves. Not
Yeah.
only like you have to draw this only. Like, for example, an apple could be a red color,
Yes.
green color, or even in the future there might be some innovation like create like purple apple.
That's
So
true.
it's better for students to like enhance their creativity skills
Yes.
when they're young. And I think this camp enhance this part of the brain for the students.
That's true, mommy.
Yeah.
So to give you an explanation why we do such activities for them, we call that one as holistic camp.
Holistic camp.
Yes, we believe that the totality of having cognitive, physical development in our camp can not just like them enhance their brain, but also their body. So that's the reason why we need them to be activated the entire day. We have made sure that the itinerary includes some brain development activity, logical development activity, and also physical education, which is crucial for early years because that's one of the foundation of learning for especially for the early years education.
Yeah. And actually like baby's brain, like
Yes, mommy.
human being's brain will be growing the best, like best development during 0 to 6 years.
That's
So
true.
it's very good to put in all the things that are beneficial for the kid
Yeah,
since
that's true.
during this age range.
That's true. And also to all the mothers out there, our camp, we're using English language because in our camp, as early as 5 or 6 years old, the kids start to have the development about speaking. So through English language exposure, the kids will have the enhancement as well about being a bilingual speaker. So if they're locally, they're from Thailand or from abroad, we are using English through all the time in our activities. So that's one thing that also will add benefits to the child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also like hands-on activities.
That's true. So
Yeah.
we are more like student-centered and somehow inspired with Montessori approach. So we make sure that everything is hands-on and practical for the kids to bring from not only in our camp, but also they can apply to their home. Okay, that one. Okay. And the last question, Mommy, that I have for you is what could be like the most interesting activity for you that Ari has shared after joining our camp?
Well, 2 days ago, Ari was telling me about the skin. Like
Okay.
she told me like, hey, this one is called like epidermis. So I was like, oh my God, how do you know this term? And she showed me her project. Like,
Yeah.
okay, hey, this one is hypodermis, epidermis. And I told her like, hey, this is my new knowledge. I never knew about this before. And how do you know about this? And she showed me her projects. Like, this is my project today.
made
And
it.
she's like showing it to me every single day. Like yesterday it was the skeleton.
Yes.
Yeah, with the cotton bud.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
exactly.
she was like, telling me like this is Eri is like this. She said like this one is inside her.
Wow.
So she actually know that the skeleton is her. Everybody
great.
needs have the skeleton in themselves.
That's true.
Yeah, so maybe to add on to this Dr. Junior camp, for me, well, I think when the student grow older, like maybe like 5 or 6 years old, they can go to hospital visit
Yes.
and go see like each department, how actually the medical doctor work in real life,
Yes.
how nurse work in real life and workflow inside the hospital. So they
That's
can
true.
be like used to hospital environment. If
Yes.
you really want your daughter or son or your baby to be a doctor, maybe because Eri, she always run around the hospital because mommy has
See.
to go to work, right?
That's
And
really
Eri
true.
will be going to like the nursery and
Yes.
see all the babies and go to like she run around the
Yeah.
hospital. So basically she's not scared of the doctor.
That's
She's
true.
not scared of the medical equipment.
That's great.
She's not even scared of blood
Wow.
or even like I think Eri is not scared of anything. Like even insects, snakes, she's like used to everything.
That's
She's
great.
kind of like a strong kid.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that is a very good foundation for every single kid to have.
Okay. I'm glad that you have this kind of exposure to your kid, especially at the hospital, because
Yeah.
many kids are actually scared about blood or even visiting a hospital. They have some traumatized experience maybe, but for Ari's situation, she is really prepared to face this kind.
I think she's like kind of used to it because like I need to work there and she
Oh,
has
I
to
see.
stay and like wait for me.
Okay.
So maybe she's like talking to doctors,
Yeah.
talking to
Wow.
people,
That's a good potential.
using the blood pressure equipment and
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
That's so good. So she has been exposed to several medical
Yeah.
equipment, which is, we also have this in our camp. We have them the BP monitor, we have the CPR training, and even like wound
Oh,
dressing.
you have, right?
Yeah, it's part
Okay.
of our training for them. So even though they're early years, we are considering them as really someone who is like acting like a pre-med student already at this stage. All right. So I think I have all the questions for you for today, Mommy. I really appreciate your time and thank you for coming to us today. And I hope that you could join us next time for our more camps here at Learn and Play. And to all our viewers out there, thank you for watching. And I hope that we would see you next time at Learn and Play Summer Camp. Sawasdee Krap.